didn't have that anymore. So at Rockwood, so here this is Josh Brock.
I'm Josh Brock, lecturer step from Rockwood High School. First on the left here, my mom asked me, she said, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Nah, not really." You know, I sit there, I get here, I see everybody. Coach Gaston asked me, "Are you nervous?" A little bit. Now I get up here, I'm nervous. I was in a lot of clubs. I try to get involved in everything I can in my school. I was in FCA. We had a Bible club. I was on prom committee my junior year, and I did junior civitan. Played football and basketball. I was in FCA all 4 years in high school, and this past year we had the FCA leaders, which we've never had that before, and that helped out a lot. When Luke came down, it helped out a lot because like this last year versus like the past few years have been different. Like it's like you said, like student led. The students have like started out the FCA meetings, and we'd be the one to talk, and I think that helps whenever like you see like your friends are up there talking, and they can like look at you and see how you're living your life instead of just like somebody they don't really know, like a grown up, just like sitting there preaching at them. I think that helps a lot. The meetings were different. Like we'd start out with a game, and I think that's what always gets people's attention because Luke would always bring something for them that they could win, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go try to win something." So, and then we'd have the chance to be able to talk to them and tell them about God. And we got involved a lot more with the community. We had like overtime explosion, some people call it fifth quarter. We helped out with one of those, and we had the first overtime at Rockwood for basketball this year. Like I said, the FCA leaders, that helped out a lot just because like we would have a meeting every other week, and the week that we wouldn't have a meeting, the FCA leaders would go into Coach Gaston's room, and we would sit and talk about the last meeting, and then we would talk about the next meeting, how we can get to people and stuff like that. We had like skits, we watched clips, and I think one of the best clips we've seen was Team Foyt. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but it's probably one of the best videos we watched this year. We'd split into groups, and I think that was probably one of the best things we did, because whenever you split into groups, it lets 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 people get in a group that they're friends with, and then they can voice their opinion with just them instead of having to talk in front of a group of people. And that just lets people open up whenever they're just with their friends. And the big things that I've seen this year were, every year we have this, the March Madness comes out, basketball, NCAA tournament, everybody fills out their brackets and turn them in and getting those things like that. Well, every year we do that at our school, and the guy that won, he won $200, and he gave it to FCA to use for donation, and we ended up donating that to a lady that had cancer. So that was one of the biggest things I've seen, because usually they just go out and spend the money. We seen Ron Berry. That's one thing that we got involved with in the community. I'm sure everybody knows Ron Berry. He had a food ministry, and he asked some of the FCA people to come help him do that, and we went down there and helped, and I think that let people see that we are trying to help in the community. If they'll just ask us to help them, that we will. And me personally, the way the FCA helped me was just like my confidence in myself on the court, on the field. Like, I'm sure y'all have seen Remember the Titans. My junior year, y'all know Petey, the one that couldn't get yelled at and stuff like that. Well, I was on the sideline, Coach Webb just got them yelling at me, and Coach Inman came over to me. He was like, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" I was like, I can't take it. I can't take them yelling at me. Coach Webb heard me, turned around and was like, Petey, if you can't play for me, get off my field. I was just like, man, it's crazy. I didn't play the rest of the game. I think just like praying and just trying to get over that, just the stress, build up and stuff like that. Like this past year being a senior, we had about 13 seniors leave my junior year, and whenever I was a senior, I had to be a leader on the team, and it's a lot of stress. It's not like everybody's like, I want to be a leader. Well, it's not all that you think it is. People look up to you, but whenever you're down and your team's down, then you got to be the one to step up, and everybody's looking at you, and really all you can do is pray because you're stressed out, and I think that helped. And in basketball, if anybody here knows me, I was probably the worst basketball player in 7th and 8th grade. I never would have thought I would have played high school basketball. And I think FCA, my 8th grade and my 9th grade year, just like it opened me up, and I was able to pray a lot more about getting confidence on the court, and I guess it helped me out, and I was a better player all around just because of FCA. And that's all I got.